Hello, everybody. I'm Micah Miranda, City of Chandler Economic Development Director. Today, we're joined by Raffi from H.E.R.O.S, a company that's relatively new to Chandler. So, Raffi, thanks for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, thanks for inviting me. Good afternoon. So my name is Raffi Kajberouni, new to the Arizona area, 38 years old, and I am excited to be in a place where not only can I thrive on a business end, but also could thrive personally. So I'm very excited to be here.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us today, Raffi. And so, can you give us an overview of H.E.R.O.S operation here in Chandler?
Absolutely. So H.E.R.O.S Incorporated, a family-owned business started by my father back in 1988. We started in California. Please don't hold that against us. We've been in business since then, and what we do is we repair and overhaul helicopter engines. I know that's typically something not a lot of people hear about, but when you look up in the sky and you see all those helicopters flying, somebody's got to repair their engines, right? So that's what we do. We specialize in a market of just particular engines. So we are very, very experienced in what we do compared to what you would think a Boeing or a bigger company do. We handle just one type of model, so that is our bread and butter, and that is
All right.
what the industry knows us for.
All right. Very cool. Like I said earlier, H.E.R.O.S is new to Chandler. Um, Can you tell us a little bit about what made you decide Chandler was the best place for the continued growth and success of your company?
Absolutely. What really interested us with Chandler, first of all, was the availability of retail space for us.
Yeah.
We were looking for a very specific type of an industry floor plan, and Chandler just had that availability for us. So we found our future home right away here in Chandler. And then when we had the opportunity to meet with you in your office, we were just beyond just amazed at the services of which you offered. The biggest one was the fact that you guys were willing to send out like a pre-inspection team to our site before we
Yeah.
even took pen to paper, and any questions we had, it was answered right then and there. Just that process alone saved us weeks and weeks of just going back and forth. Anytime we've actually had to ask questions, you guys were there. I mean, we picked up the phone, a human being answered. And now, ever since we've been in the building, if there's something comes up and I pick up the phone and call, it's handled right away. It's a relationship in which this company has never had the opportunity to experience, where we actually feel the city of Chandler is not only interested in our success, but the overall success of both the city and our company working together for the city of Chandler. And
Yeah.
having those two ideologies in common, it's been great.
I'm really excited and happy to hear that the process went well for you. And the program you talked about is what we call our business location team. So what we'll do as an organization, as you reference, is we'll take out disciplines from multiple areas. So your fire marshal, a planner, an inspector, a building official, to walk the site with prospective tenants, businesses looking to expand, businesses looking to relocate to Chandler, and have a hands-on experience where we walk them through what they're going to need to do to get their building to how they want it. Sometimes that could be nothing. On the other end, it could be very extensive. And so it's one thing that the city offers for free to any business just to make sure they have a pleasant and predictable experience. So I'm glad you were able to realize that, and I'm glad our team was able to be able
Yeah,
to.
yeah, you even had our architect
Mm-hmm.
amazed. Like, I can't believe they do this, and so just that in itself was just phenomenal.
Well, I'm glad you guys liked it, and the process went well for you. You went into a great location in our West Chandler Employment Corridor, beautiful building. So really pleased that the process went well for you. You kind of alluded to it earlier, but in your short time here in Chandler, what are some of the most noticeable differences in the business climate as compared to California?
Well, that's I can answer that question with a lot going on. The biggest has to be just the fact that we feel there's somebody there to help us. Coming from California, their business relationship is not it's not even in their vocabulary. And I know
Yeah.
that's a strong statement, but ask any other California business that's moved out of California. It felt like more of a struggle than a partnership.
Hmm.
It's not only within the city of Chandler have we just noticed this amazing night and day difference, it's also the companies here in Chandler. When we announced we were coming to Chandler, we were flooded with emails and phone calls from other companies within Chandler congratulating us,
That's
welcoming
cool.
us, and just saying, hey, I'm your nearby business card printer. Let me know when you're in, and I'll handle your business card. We handle this, we handle that. It was just, my father and I, we kind of looked at each other in awe, going, is this a dream? Because we just never experienced that in California. And to give a great example, and I have to give credit where credit is due, just the other day, we had to call Ryan on your team, and we had a question, and we were asking about a specific thing that we wanted to do to a building. And we were expecting a response within 2, 3 weeks via mail or email, because that's what we're used to. We were shocked and surprised to see that the fire marshal came by to our location to say, hey, this is what you could do. While you can't do this, here are other examples. And the most important thing he asked was, is there anything else I can help you with today? I mean, our jaws would drop like, wow, we just asked a simple question, and these guys are here doing anything in their power to see us succeed. And again, even during this COVID-19, you guys never turned our back. You never turned your back. When we needed you, you were there, and you allowed us to open and hire people and do business, within the safe parameters. It's not like that in California. So the
That's
biggest the biggest thing is you guys are allowing us to do what we do best, which is repair and overhaul helicopter engines, which in turn creates jobs, which in turn, brings a lot more business opportunities here within the city of Chandler.
yeah. It's a philosophy that um, mayor and city council really strive to bring to our community, not just our business community, but we are a community. We're in this together. When the city does well, we want our businesses to do well. When the businesses do well, we want the city and the residents do well. So we're very much in this together, and we have worked really hard to craft a culture that is business friendly. So I'm pleased to hear that you had that experience. And again, if there's anything else you need, we're always going to be here for you.
And I'm here to tell everybody that culture is well and alive. I mean, a
Good.
lot of people was telling us, oh, once they get you in, their true colors were showed. The true colors that have shown is you guys have just been more involved ever since we've been in, and all you want to see is us succeed. So
Yep.
it's been great.
Absolutely.
It's been great.
Absolutely. You touched upon it a little bit earlier, but COVID, how has that impacted your industry or your local operations?
Of course, like with anybody else, there has been some impact to us. On the aviation industry as a whole, we're not as affected as what you hear on the news with Boeing and the airlines, because we're in the
Mhm.
helicopter business. And because we specialize in a particular field, we didn't get hit as hard. What it's done for us as a business, well, we did make some changes, but we've been able to thrive because of the principles that we have in our business. We weren't too heavy on debt, so we weren't worried about a bank calling us and asking where our money was. We
Yeah.
just don't believe in debt. We actually, the biggest challenge we had was trying to hire people because we needed labor. So while COVID-19 has made some internal adjustments, at the end of the day, we still have work to do. And we're doing work that's essential. We do service a lot of police department helicopters,
No.
medical fields. So our work is important to everybody out there who's dependent on the COVID-19 situation. So we take pride in what we do. And for us, it's just another day, and we're just going to continue working.
Well, that's great because that kind of leads into another question. You mentioned hiring. This is going really well. Are you currently hiring? And if
We
so,
are.
where can people go to find out what type of positions you're hiring for?
So what we're looking for right now is A&P mechanics,
Okay.
and those who are not A&P mechanics, if you have some kind of mechanical background, you're good with your hands, you've been working on motorcycles since you were 4, anything where you know the difference between a screwdriver, and another tool, that's who we're looking for, preferably
Okay.
A&P mechanics. You can come to our website at herosinc.com. That's www.herosinc.com. And our contact information is there. Send us your resume. Most likely, it will be myself or somebody else on our team who will reach out and talk to you. But we are looking to hire. We've been very excited that since our initial start date of April 1st to today, we've been successful at a hiring rate of at least one per month.
That's
Um,
great.
and as much as we need to hire a lot more, we have projected to hire at least 25. Because of COVID, we have had to just scale down our hiring, and we only hire as soon as our cash flow allows us to. So we don't want to pick up 20 jobs and then, 3, 4 months later, sadly let them go because we
Yeah.
as a company failed them. So we're very, very careful in our hiring process. We are a family-oriented business. We treat everybody like a family. So when we hire you, we put that stamp on you, you become family. So it's very important to us that, you depend on us to give you a paycheck, and we got to make sure that we could be in a business to give you that paycheck.
Yeah, that's the family environment's very important. And
Absolutely.
the aerospace aviation, I think, as we talked about when you were looking at Chandler, is one of our target industry clusters. So we have about a half dozen target industry clusters. Heroes Inc. falls into one of them. And so for, community members that may be watching, our economic development strategy really calls for going out and working with a certain subset of industries to really advance our economic competitiveness. And Heroes is right in that category. We're just about out of time, but I see you've got some friends, coworkers in the background. You want to introduce them?
A little bit. This is our security system. They're all sleeping. I wish I was sleeping, but those are my 3 German Shepherds. I just recently moved. Literally today will be 1 week, so my house is still under construction here, and I apologize about my background. But who doesn't love dogs in their background, right? So.
Right?
I really wanted to be a part of this today, and I wasn't going to let just me being at home turn that away. So, yeah, they made the move with me from California, and like me, they're happy they're out of there.
Well, great. Well, we appreciate you joining us today. We really even appreciate more your confidence in investing in Chandler. And thank
Absolutely.
you for your time today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.